I'm Josh with Skid Pro. Today we're going to take a look at our heavy duty angle broom. Angle broom is a great tool for removing debris, also very popular in snow removal. We have what we'd like to think is one of the better ones here on the market. Where do we start? As usual, if you've been around Skid Pro much, you know we like to start and build it heavy. So we look at the frame. This broom as a whole comes in with 1/2 inch side plates. We run 10 gauge metal across the top of this. It's incredibly heavy compared to most. A lot of companies run a plastic one. Some is just a tiny little sheet metal. Ours is 10 gauge steel. It's going to protect the bristles, protect the important vulnerable parts of the broom. So here's the back part of our frame. This is really the backbone of the broom. This is a 6x6 square tubing, over 1/4 inch thick on the wall. This is what gives that broom a lot of its strength. Here you can see on the plate, again, very heavy plate. We've got it reinforced nicely. You can really see that we've got 1/2 inch thick top and bottom. We give it a full box, reinforced on the inside, very heavy duty. And that's of course what that broom is running on, so we got to make sure that's a critical area to keep very strong. So here we'll take a quick look at the angle part and the auto float part of the broom. For the angle, here's your big center 2.5 inch hardened pin. That's what the whole head of the broom spins or rotates on from side to side. Then you can see here we've got a unique auto float system. So here's your same 2.5 inch pins. There's a bracket and a pin over there. There's a bracket and a pin over on my side. And those are on the back part of that triangular plate that goes between the plate and the head of the broom. The auto float helps to keep the broom bristles on the ground, but yet not heavy down pressure. If there's too much down pressure, you're wearing the bristles. If there's not enough, you're leaving skips. So we want that broom to be able to float over the contour of the ground, and that's what this does. So essentially what we've got here, the same size pin as the broom rotates on, we've got this float pin. There's a 2.5 inch pin there and a 2.5 inch hardened pin here. Those two pins work with this bracket and allow the broom to float. You can see here there's up and there's down, and you can set your spring tension right here, and that helps again as you're going over uneven ground. That auto float will keep the broom down but prevent over excessive bristle wear, which can be a very costly item. Both the center pivot and the auto float pins are all greasable pivot points. Here you can see our broom is powered by a direct drive motor. It's an Eaton Charlin pump. Some broom companies out there actually make chain and sprocket drive. You get sprocket wear and chain stretch and break. It can be downtime, more moving parts. This direct drive is low maintenance. It has good torque. To me, it's the best way to build a broom. On the opposite side then is a 5.5 inch bearing that supports the other end of the broom. Here's also a nice feature to it. We've got a motor guard. It's solid 3/8 inch thick plate. Protects from anything in the front. Also protects the lower part of that motor as you're out using it in the field in case you get too close to an obstruction. The guard will protect that motor. Here you can see we've got our heavy duty bristles up front. They're a 32 inch wafer. Change out of the bristles is very simple. You can take off that offside bearing. You can then get at the broom arbor and you can pull away the bristles from that arbor. Here you can see we've got some heavy duty storage stands. They have a quick pin. Pull the pin, pull them up, and lock them in the up position. When you're ready to put the broom down, lock them in the down position. Of course, that prevents the bristles from kinking or bending by setting the broom down right on the bristle.